4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy T-Lo.
Yo, what's Gucci? This your man Tweet.
What up, y'all? DJ Kid Fresh.
What's up? It's your boy RL.
And we're next.
And you're rocking with The Rebirth every Monday at 7 p.m.
Two of us, you know the hits. Rebirth Radio, baby, every Monday, 7 p.m. Shane and Eli. All right, rocking that old school. Peace.
Good evening. Welcome to Rebirth on Philly Jams 95.3 FM. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Shay Marriott, and joining me on the side of me is...
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Eli Isabel, a.k.a. The South got something to say. Happy Monday, people. What up, family? What up, Rebirth family? What up, Philly Jams 95.3? We are in the building. Happy Monday, Shay.
Happy Monday.
How are you?
I'm good.
You didn't like my smooth overnight R&B intro?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Maybe I'll
that's
talk
how
like
we.
that all
That's
night.
how we're gonna be talking Friday night.
I mean, that's what you require of me. You tell me, I'll do it. I can even go Jackson Breathy. Yes, I thank you for the Grammy. And
No.
not Jackson.
Wow.
Okay, all right. I'm just.
Okay.
You tell me what you need.
Keep it at with the Teddy Pendergrass.
All right,
keep
that's
it with
cool.
that. What's up? Happy Monday. How you doing? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
Good.
Except for yesterday. But yeah, overall.
What happened
weekend was
yesterday?
good. Football stuff. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Dallas
yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Lost to
right.
death.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
That
other than that,
sucks.
however, my Friday was good. You know,
Good.
high school football. I'm all in with this thing right here, right now.
Yeah.
The whole tailgating scene.
Keeps you busy.
Yeah, man. So it was good. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Saturday, I actually went to, shout out to Enlightened Elements down at Delaware City.
Yes.
I went and Saturday was Delaware City Day, so they were doing facials, 30-minute facials for like $25.
Wow.
Yeah, so I went down there and
Did you know it was Delaware City Day?
I did know it was Delaware City Day.
Okay.
Yeah. We usually actually vend there, but we didn't do it this year. But it was nice. It was just a nice, but it rained too. So, but I went down and Paula was the person that did my facial, and it was a nice, relaxing 30 minutes for me, and got a chance to meet this Black-owned facial product. He makes his own products from the springs in Pennsylvania. I think it's called Bowling Springs. He used the water from there. His name is Seabroom. Shout out to Seabroom. I got a chance to meet him. Nice brother. And so got a chance to try his products out, and he hooked the sister up. So
that's what's up.
So I love it so far. It's this coffee scrub that he showed me, and it's for your body. And it's like a coffee scrub, but it's a mint mixed in it.
It smell good?
And it tingles, makes your body tingle. Yeah. It's tingle sensations all over.
Oh, God. All
yeah,
right.
it was nice. So shout out to Seabroom.
How come people like that are very
Can.
like creative and come up with things, very earthy people have names like Seabroom?
Seabroom, yeah. He said, call me C.
Why his name ain't Clyde or something? He never do name Clyde or Fred to come up with nothing like this. It's always a little exotic
so
name.
silly.
His name probably is Roscoe or something, but I'm gonna be Seabroom now. Just call me C.
We're going to have Seabroom on the show eventually. Yeah, we're going to have him on.
That's good. I didn't know your real name when
you.
you come on here. We'll let you go by Seabroom, but I didn't know your real. What's your mama call you? Your mama call you Clay? I'm gonna call you Clay. I'm just saying.
But yeah, other than that, it was a nice, relaxing weekend. Yeah, man. So we have Rebirth live coming.
4 days away, people.
4 days away. have you purchased your ticket yet? Have you purchased your ticket? That's what I want to know.
And
That's
if
all
not,
I want to know.
What are you waiting on?
Go to Rebirth You right now and get your
Yes.
tickets, y'all. I'm telling you, tickets have been moving. We are not taking money at the door, so it's best that you get your tickets online. Go to rebirthyou.com and get your tickets. We are going to have an amazing time on Friday night. I mean, it's been a long time coming, and the buzz is out there. So people are really looking forward to this moment. We have Levante Dorsey, Brian B. Wright, Bishop Rob, and Pastor Delisa Lewis, Corey Wilkerson, Sarah Crawford, Shauna Simone, Josh and Kelly Gutter, Marquise Elliott, Eric Robinson, India Sage, and Janelle Evans. Meshack Stinnett will be the Rebirth MC. Ebony Monet Calloway is the Rebirth singer, and this the DJ will be DJ
The
Tim
legendary
Dog.
Delaware legend.
Right? So we truly do have Delaware's finest. You know, we really do. Now, I cannot leave out Michelle Washington will be the audience moderator. So if you have not received your ticket, make sure you get your ticket as soon as possible. We are going to have a great time. DJ Tim Dog is going to do a tribute to hip hop.
Yes.
In celebration of the 50
years of hip hop. Shout out to his wife, Veronica.
Excited.
Hey, Veronica, what up, Tim Dog? We'll see you on Friday, baby. Let's go.
Yes. So we are very excited. And we have Shay and Eli.
Yes. Yes. What more?
We're going to be in the building. Fly, man. Have anybody been asking you what you wearing? Because that's all I've been getting. What you going to have on this time?
I don't know. Nobody.
Like,
I guess dudes don't ask dudes that. I don't know. Yo, bro, what you wearing? No, not one person has asked me that question.
That's all I've been getting. What you wearing? What you going to have on? I was like, oh, okay.
Well, listen, if anybody wants to dress, I already got an outfit. But if anybody wants to dress us,
somebody already reached out, asked to style me.
Oh, they don't make nothing for men.
Yeah, she styles women. Yeah.
Yo, Sea Breeze, hook me up, bro. I need an outfit. I know you got some. You make a scrub. I know you can make me some pants and make me one of my Andre 3000 outfits. So they really know that the South got something to say up in here.
It's Sebrum. Stop
Sebrum's,
it.
my
Yes. Bad. Oh my God. All right, guys. Welcome to the Rebirth. Thank you for tuning in. Happy Monday to you. What is it? October 9th, and it is chilly.
I'll take it.
It's chilly.
I like a little chill in the air.
Good sleeping weather though.
Do you have your windows up?
Yeah, my window is
crack.
up. Yeah.
I like to have my windows up.
I don't like the dryness of the heat, so yeah, I keep the window cracked.
Yeah, I don't like the outdoor air smell sometimes. However, I still need a little bit of window. Mm-hmm. People behind me got dogs.
How the air smell? Oh, I was gonna say, how the air smell?
They don't clean up this shit in their backyard, so it'd be kind of like that aroma be like floating. I'd be like, but they grass be thick as a bone.
Oh.
Because they don't clean up.
Right, exactly.
Natural fertilizer. But yes.
So do we have a right here, right now?
We do. We do. So listen, y'all. In Chester Township, PA, there's this Wawa there that this is the second time, May, and now this is the second time this year they found someone that has put this thing on the ATM, on a debit card thing, where you can track your number and your bank information from a scan. Like, I don't know. It's the same. It's in Chester Township, in Chester County in Caln Township, CALN. I think it's very close. I don't know why they call them townships in PA and Jersey too. Why they do that? Well, why can't just be a county? But anyway, that scares me because I never have cash.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, and now I don't know. Does that mean if you try to use a little thing, it can still take it? Because I know back in the day you can put, well, not recently, you put your card in there and they can take your information. But if you do the, what they call it?
With the slide?
The little scan thing, not the slide, the little thing on your card, the tap. Can it? Well, it didn't say whether or not the information was taken that way, but it's scary.
Yeah.
I gotta start going to the bank and carrying cash around.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, if I use those type of machines, I always pull and tug on it to make sure nothing come off. Yeah, because they're telling people to do that. Like, pull. If it seems loose, don't use it because 9 times out of 10, somebody, put a fake one on there.
It's some scamming
but it's
people
scary.
out here.
Yeah, and the other thing too that you got to be careful, like when you're in the airports, and you know how they have those chargers that you can just charge. people are hacking into people's information as soon as they plug it in.
From the charger?
Well, what happens is it puts you on some type of I forgot how they said it, but the hackers are close and they're waiting for people to put it in, and then
stuff. Wow.
It's crazy.
What do we do out here? What's going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So people, be careful with your credit card, your debit card information, man. And this is time of year where people are really
I was about to say
stealing.
that. Yeah.
The holidays are upon us.
Yeah.
And here we are, Shades. So it's almost Christmas.
I know.
So quick question before we move forward. Have you reached any of your goals that you set for 2023? Like, I feel like this went by so fast.
It has gone by. It has gone by really fast. I definitely would say yes. Yeah, I definitely would say yes. I think from the moment we did the first Rebirth, the first Rebirth live, it just seems like it's been like a whirlwind. I wasn't expecting for us to be on our fourth one in a year.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
Has it been 4 within 12 months?
Yeah, God is good. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I feel like I have, and I've exceeded that, you know, because again, I wasn't expecting, you know, I was hoping, I was praying for, and it definitely manifests. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what's next.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
What about yourself?
I'm close to the most major one, and that's crib. So that was when I said January 1. So we are working diligently, and I think we're in the right direction. Yeah, man, and I wanted to also get all of my children together for a vacation, and I did that.
Awesome.
My grown children, I said I want to get everybody together in one place. And near some water, and I was able. God, thanks to the good Lord, I was able to make that happen.
Yeah. Oh,
so
that's good.
that now, them jerk was like, "What we doing next year?" I'm like, "Yeah, calm down. That might not be the resolution next year." But yeah, so that made me very happy.
Yeah. That's good.
They look
awesome.
at all my little people at one time, all together. So yeah,
that's important.
Yes, sir.
Important.
Yes, sir.
That's good. All right. Do we have a Black History Month?
We do.
Moment?
So.
Okay.
Highland Beach, Maryland. This is the oldest major black-owned resort town. It was founded along the western shore of the Chesapeake Bay in 1893 by Charles and Laura Douglas. Charles Douglas was the son of prominent abolitionist and 19th century civil rights activist Frederick Douglass. Major Charles Douglas, however, was prominent in his own right. He was a retired officer formerly with the 54th Massachusetts Colored Infantry, the first black regiment established during the American Civil War, and a longtime Treasury Department clerk. Located in Anne Arundel County, 35 miles east of Washington, D.C., and a few miles south of Annapolis, Maryland, Highland Beach became the first African-American-owned summer resort community in the United States, and it's still going strong.
Nice.
So I need to get to Highland Beach next summer.
Nice.
Just because it's a black-owned resort.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so a little history for y'all.
And that's the name of the resort?
Highland Beach.
Resort?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
Nice.
Like an applause for the Black History?
Thank you for that.
Producer? Looks like I'm lying out here.
Yeah.
They say yeah like you could be.
Listen, guys, we are going to be live on Friday night, and I believe we are probably the first to bring live podcasts here to the state of Delaware. We're really excited about that. In the process, we have been listening to, other podcasts and just listen to other topics and stuff. And I wanted to share one with you. This is from Tonight's Conversation. The podcast is called Tonight's Conversation. And I think this is going to be a topic that we will be discussing at Rebirth, because it was something that really resonated for me, and I believe that it resonates for a lot of black mothers. So let's check this clip out, and then we're going to have a dialogue around it.
To the men, so y'all can better understand what's really going on with us women. We are mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually exhausted in motherhood, okay? The domestic labor falls on us, and we know that society goes by traditional roles, so a lot of the household deeds fall on the women. But for us we constantly have to be attentive to what our children need when they're sick, when they look like they're about to become sick, their education, their emotional well-being, them learning, their coping skills. This is all of everything that we are paying attention to. On top of loving our children, we're trying to find spaces to be able to love ourselves. On top of trying to create safety for our children, we're looking for safety and security within ourselves. And sometimes because of all of the expectations and obligations and burdens and the load on us, we can't find that safety. So we turn to our partner, and sometimes in our partner, because they resent us so much for the transitions that we have faced in our motherhood, we can't find safety with them as well. So you have to be able to extend some type of grace. And that's what we mean when we say we want to be seen, we want to be heard, we want to be understood, we want to be validated. We need you all because we understand that mentally, psychologically, men and women are not the same. We understand that, but as a partner, we need you to try to step into our shoes, see it through our eyes, hear it through our ears, feel it through our heart, so you can better understand where we are coming from.
Yeah. That was I watched that clip a few times. I watched it a few times because it just really resonated with me. And I think that for myself, just recently, right? Just going through that whole process of my oldest son, getting him ready for prom, graduation, and then college. And during this time, his father had moved to Florida, like in last January. And it was a lot. So finding myself going through that whole process and trying to figure things out and getting him, prepared for college, I was also feeling very sad, and I didn't understand what was going on. I was excited for my son, but at the same time, I was just very emotional, and I'm breaking down, crying. Like I said, at his graduation, you would have thought I was at a whole funeral, right? So I didn't realize until later that I was grieving the relationship of what I knew it to be with my son. I was grieving that. And in the time of feeling happy for him, I was also grieving it. And I was exhausted as well because of all the other things that I have going on in my life. Rather it's work, it's, rebirth, planning for a wedding. And it was just a lot. And I was mentally and physically and emotionally exhausted. And I did not have words to be able to really let people know how I was feeling, right? My circle noticed that there was something off. There was a change. But, people like to assume what they want to assume.
Yeah.
They didn't really know. And I didn't know. I didn't have the words to really explain what was going on. I just knew I wasn't, myself. And I feel that a lot of women can resonate with this. This resonates with them. And they probably don't know the words to put with it either. But when she said that, and I'm sitting there listening, I said, that's it right there. I said I was mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted.
A couple of things stood out to me. So I'm just wondering, I don't know if she's single or not, that lady, but everything she said about, one of the things she said about, we need men to step into our shoes. Look at things from our eyes. And then she talked about how different men and women are. So right there, I think that creates a barrier because we're so different that we, no matter how we try, I'm gonna say no matter how I try, because I don't want to speak for every dude, but I don't know if I can see it through. If I can see it the way you see it. I don't know if I can step into your shoes because I don't know if I'm just. It takes me to have a whole different kind of mentality. And who I am would have to change for me to even be able to view it through your lens and step into your shoes from a mother's perspective, because we just don't see things the same way. Now, was she communicating these things with her partner? that wasn't specified, but that goes a long way. Now, if you're communicating these things to me and I still don't do nothing, then that's a whole other issue we have. And I also think that women move. I think y'all sometimes we don't move at the pace that you want us to move at. So how you were just taking care of boom, 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 and you want me to move boom, 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 boom too. And I might not necessarily move that way.
Yeah.
You know, we all handle things differently. Not saying that it still won't get done, but I know that once a woman has a mind made up, this is the order of things and this is how it needed to go and I need to work on it now, you either got to get on board or get out the way.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
So that also creates another instance where you might be mentally, emotionally, and physically, not that I don't want to help you, I'm just not moving at the pace that you're moving at. So I think, and I don't have an issue with anything she said because I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
And I just wonder how, like, when you were just saying how you were planning everything for your son and how exhausted you were, like, how could your mate or your son's father or your mate have helped you through that, where you wouldn't have felt mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausted?
So the thing is, he reached out and he was just like, hey, just tell me what needs to be done, or tell me, you know, I'll help you find scholarships and I'll send them to you. But I don't want to fill out any more scholarships. Find the scholarships and you fill them out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
By the time I have to tell you what needs to be done, I'm already frustrated. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. And I think my thing is, and not just putting it with, you know, with on him, but I know that was the example that I was giving.
Right.
But this is my thing. You know, you see things need to be done in the house, you know, or you see things, and this is just in general. I'm just speaking in general. You see things that need to be done in the house, or you know that, you know, maybe certain errands need to be ran, or whatever the case may be. Why do I need to tell you to do that? Why can't you just have that innate, you know, feeling of, okay, let me go ahead and take care of this, you know, instead of having to tell. And I think that's the frustrating part, when you have to tell your spouse as if they're not sitting there watching or seeing that the house needs to be clean as well.
Right.
You know, and this is, again, I'm generalizing. I'm not speaking on like this is my situation, because I want to make that clear. The college stuff was my situation, but just in general, I think for women, it's, you know, it's just like, I just want you to do it. Like something simple as, if I say, if you're hungry, or if I'm hungry or whatever, well, what do you want to eat? Well, whatever you want to eat. For me, that's annoying to me, because I done made all the decisions and I done figured things out, and I just need you to make one decision. Just pick something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that simple can be triggering, because if you're exhausted, it's just like, really? I got to figure out what to eat too? You know?
In that instance, I hear you. Because I think all couples go through that. Well, I'm hungry. What do you want? What do you want to eat? Like every Sunday, like we try. So every Sunday in my house, there's a thing where we try, a meal tries to be made to get us through maybe the first half of the week, because we eat leftovers.
Yeah.
So the question always comes to me, what do you want for the week? Even though it's not going to go to like Wednesday. And I'm just like, we pretty much have the same thing all the time. So I say, as long as I have a vegetable and some meat, I'm cool. I don't really care, but that ain't the answer that wants to, they don't want to hear that. So then I says, all right, well, let me have steak, or let me have cabbage and baked chicken, or cabbage and baked. Well, we already had that last week. I'm
giving it to you, right? You asked me, so I'm giving it to you.
But it's not good enough. So it puts me in a situation where, in some men, well, what do you want? Because we want you to be happy, and we don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
So I think, so in that instance, the food thing, that's a minor thing. But if you're exhausted, it's a major thing. I get it. So back to you saying you want us to just take the initiative and do things that we know needs to be done. Like if you see the house needs to be clean, or if you see, I don't know, the trash needs to be taken out. So I'll again say to this, do we really see it? And I'm gonna tell you why I say this. So we have a new cleaning crew at my job, right? Why are you laughing?
Because my smart mouth was great. Say something else, but go ahead.
No, when I say do we really see it? It needs to be spruced up. But do we see it through your lens? But like this needs to be done right now. That's a mess.
Right.
Like what you see as a mess might be depending on how I was raised.
And that's true. You hit that on the nail. Talk about that.
Yeah. So depending on how I was raised in a house full of women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of things I didn't have to see because these women took care of it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So as I got older and got out into the real world, I still would stuff would be really messy. I'm very neat now, but only because I went to the Army. So I learned to be that way, not because I was raised that way.
Yeah.
Like I had my mom and 3 older sisters, everybody 8, 9, 10, 11 years older than me. I didn't have to do nothing.
Right.
I was a spoiled, rotten mess. So when I got on into the world and got an apartment and I had roommates, shit was raggedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it depends on, so like you say, you don't you see that? You should be handling that. But we might not see that the same way you see it. And I know if it sounds like, it really does sound like I'm making a bunch of big giant excuses for men or just in general, but I think we have to take that into account. Like I said, I was gonna say, I'm gonna say this really quick. We have a new maintenance crew at my job, and one of the guys, awesome. The other guy, he's coming along. But if you've never cleaned toilets at your house, or if your wife and your mom, whoever raised you, did those things, you never had to do them, you're not going to be as good as it. You're not going to see the little things. You're not going to see that, okay, so I wiped up the sink, but the mirror's a mess.
Right.
So it just depends on your life experience and how you were raised and who raised you.
Absolutely.
I was a
agree.
mess. I went to the Army. Now, if you come in my house, my side of the room is immaculate. That side over there, I'm like, why you got so much stuff on the nightstand? You know what I have on my nightstand?
Right.
A bottle of water and a lamp. Over there, I'm like, what the hell is going on? How do you live? My car, both, even my old car, clean. I can't function like that.
Yeah.
My clothes, in order, folded, hung up. And so it just depends on how you was raised or your experience. Like I caught it as I got older and joined the Army.
Yeah.
That helped me.
Definitely, that will definitely do that. Absolutely.
You know, and I think those things can drive a woman nuts because sometimes we just don't know and we don't see how you see it.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. But then what is the excuse of when you are with someone for a period of time and they know how you are? You know, they know how you are, and it's just like, but yet they still don't give you that. They still choose to ignore, or they might tell you, you just doing too much, you need to rest. Well, if I rest, it's not gonna get done. Right. And then on top of this, so I know I can think of a couple right now. And I know that his wife is totally disconnected with certain things because she's always been so consumed with family. So even when it's time for them to have intimacy, she's just checked out. She's too tired. She's tired, like literally tired, like she will fall asleep.
Physically
tired. Yes. Physically, mentally, but it was always something going on, you know, in their family, always something that was like major stressors, where he has things stress him out too, but he has a I don't give a attitude with things, where for her it pulls on her more, so it does affect their relationship. And you know, I thought about that when I was watching that video, because I'm like, this would be her words. If she needed somebody to talk for her, to explain what's going on with her, this would be perfect, right? So how do you help someone, especially if you're in a marriage that is feeling mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted? What can someone do to support their spouse to get through that, you know?
I mean, I think, like you said earlier, like what if the dude, you're telling him and he still isn't doing it? I mean, he just don't care. So you have to now evaluate the relationship. If you're my woman and I'm seeing you beat down mentally, emotionally, and physically, that's a concern for me. So of course I want to know what's going on so we can address this. And if what's going on, it starts back with me doing more or being more attentive or seeing the things that I don't normally see.
Yeah.
Then if I care about you, then I have to start doing those things. So I don't know. I don't want to speak for somebody and say, well, they just don't give a damn. But it sounds like you just don't give a damn. And here's another thing too. If you tell me something over and over, this is just not me per se, but it's in general. If you tell a man something that you need him to do this or that, and he don't do it, well, he knows at some point you're just gonna take care of it anyway. So I'm just gonna wait her out, which is trifling. I'm not saying that's right, but that person may know that you're gonna just do it, and then he's kind of off the hook when making that happen.
Yeah.
Like how those scholarship things are sort of dropped into your lap.
Right.
All right. The easy part is researching it and then sending it to you. The hard part is now sitting down. There's actual work that goes into trying to get this stuff complete.
Yeah. It's a lot.
That's a lot. But if you've always been a person that handled things of that nature,
right,
a person's going to automatically give that to you because this is the order. This is how we've always done things. So it's a give and take. I think we have to communicate and again, if you love your mate, you're going to try to make changes. And
I would definitely say, like, once, the thank yous, this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you. All of that came. That did come. The acknowledgement, the validation, all of that came. But for me, like,
it didn't feel like a B12.
Like, get in the trenches. Yeah, get in the trenches with me. Like,
right.
Because I was navigating. And I also realized too that I will say this. I think people may not always know how to do certain things or what to do, and maybe that's why they delegate as well. It's like, well, you're better at this or doing these type of things, and instead of saying, hey, I just don't know what to do, I don't even know what to look for, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it can be very overwhelming. It can be a lot. But ladies, I do agree with what you said. I think that we have to use our voice and we have to be able to speak up. But I think the problem is we don't realize how exhausted we are until we're literally probably triggered and we snap. You know what I'm saying? Like, because especially if you're a person like for myself, I'm used to carrying heavy loads. I'm used to, you always be fussing at me. You need to sit down somewhere and whatever, But I won't know that I'm on E until I'm actually like past E. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's when it's just like, look, I need this or I need, so those are things that I think we as women, we have to work on, being able to just ask for help.
Don't wait till you get on E to ask for help.
Yeah, to be able to ask for help.
But something to say, I think also that if it might not feel like a heavy load once you're used to carrying it all the time. Until your body tells you got to shut it down. So if that's what you're used to doing, then it doesn't feel like a heavy load. This is your norm. Being in a bad relationship, that's your norm. This is the way my mom got cussed out all the time. Now I'm getting cussed. This is my norm. So it doesn't feel like it's a thing until you reach a breaking point.
Yeah. Just like everything else, right? You tend to normalize it, right? Just like we normalize everything else, just like we normalize trauma, we normalize being exhausted.
Man, that sucks.
That's
I don't
deep,
want to do that.
We normalize being exhausted, right? So it's just like, let's normalize taking care of ourselves. And the word self-care has been used in so many different ways. Like, people think going to get your nails done is self-care. It's not. It's not self-care. It's not. I don't even like, my nails are always done, but I don't even like going to get my nails done. I hate it.
You're the only woman I've heard say that in my life.
I hate going to get my nails done because it gives me, the drill, if they're on my fingernail too long, it's going to burn. And, so that gives me anxiety, to be honest with you.
Jesus.
But going to get like massages, facials, going to take, I went in yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I went for a walk at Glasgow. And, for me, that was self-care.
Yeah.
It was just taking that time for myself to be able to clear my mind, to think. And, so that was, those are things that you're pouring back into yourself.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, I don't get my nails done. I get my feet done occasionally.
Yeah, you get pedicures. Yeah.
I just get, I get my feet scrubbed and my toenails clipped. That's as far as I go.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to put
It's
nothing
a
on.
pedicure.
Okay, all right. I ain't know if you add a little.
You just don't get the clear
add a little
polish,
gloss.
right?
Yeah, I don't
okay.
need all that.
All right.
Miss me with that part. However, I'm with you though. The massage and me being by myself is my self-care.
Mm-hmm.
And walking, well, I was going to say running, but that's over. Walking by myself
Mm-hmm.
now, I'm starting to enjoy walking. I hated it. I thought it takes too long and it's pointless. I need to sweat more. But I'm finding the value in that because it gives me more time now to, when you're running, you're pushing yourself mentally. You're thinking about getting through this.
Yeah.
When I'm walking, I'm not thinking about getting through this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all these other things memories. I think about my childhood a lot. I don't know if because I'm getting older, but I think
Mindfulness
about
walks.
I think about growing up in Turl and all of the people like the older people that were around that have been dead like many, many years. People that poured into me or may have gotten on me for being in the street. Like I think about all these people and it just makes me feel really like it's just really nice, warm memories. And so being by myself walking allows me that. And I love that.
Sounds like you're in a period of gratefulness.
I am. I can honestly say that. Like I feel really good about where I am in life. I mean, I don't have $1 million, but I don't have just $100 either. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like God is good, man, and so I'm taking stock of that and just seeing my family cool.
You know, just a sidebar really quick.
Shout out to Corey Wilkerson. Salute,
Hey,
bruh.
Corey. Sidebar, when you said that, you know, you're grateful, your life, you don't have $1 million, but you don't have $100 either.
Right.
Right. So I really truly believe that we can create our own rich life, right? A matter of fact, there's a show on, I believe it's Netflix, and it's this guy, and he just helps people create their rich life, what their rich life looks like, right, for them. And like when you get in your mind that being rich is not about having a bunch of money, it's truly just that feeling of peace,
Right.
not feeling stressed with, you know, you're gonna have stressors. That's just natural. That's just life.
Yeah.
But not to the point where you're like in this place of struggle, right? So you don't have to have $1 million to feel rich.
Right.
It's how you create, how you set your life up to be, and I think that is so important. So what are the important things for you that you need to see in your life for you to feel that I am living my rich life?
Right.
You know, is that, you know, having more time, you know, with your family? Is that, you know, taking Fridays off and not seeing, you know, clients on Fridays? You know, is it, you know, and I'm using these as
Right.
examples, but you can set your life up where, you know, richness has nothing to do with money. It does not have anything to do with money. You know, it really has to do with how you're setting your life up where you can feel at peace and at ease of living the life that you have. You know, you can create that, right?
I think that, especially in our community, I think I can safely say, I think everybody's trying to accumulate this certain amount of money. And that takes a toll on you. You know what I mean? That can wear you down. And then here's another thing about having a lot of money. When your people, your friends and family know, that's a whole nother level of stress.
Right.
Because now you are the
Right.
go-to person for the money.
Yeah.
Everything that happens, it falls into your lap because they know you have it.
Yeah.
So it's a give and take with that money thing.
Yeah.
But I like the peace that I have. Like I never thought that, you know, of course when you're younger, you're not worried about having peace. You're out here trying to create all the ruckus you can. But I'm just so thankful I'm in a place where I can see that and I know what value
Yeah.
that brings to me.
But see, this is why you have people that say that more money, more problems, right? Because they chase the dollar, they're chasing this, you know, they're on their hustle and they're on their grind. But the more money that you make, they're still realizing that they're not at peace with themselves or
Right.
they're not happy, you know. So, you know.
And your relationships suffer too. Whether it be with your mate or your children or your friends, like things change. Like they suffer in the meantime. So that is something to my value isn't defined by money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the video, you
Yes.
know, when she was saying we're mentally and physically and emotionally exhausted. And then the one thing that she said was, she was like, we know our children are sick before they even get sick. We're watching them. We're paying attention to all of that. We're trying to create a safe space for them while still trying to create a safe space for ourselves. And then when we try to talk to our mates, she was saying most of the time they resent us for the different transitions that we have gone through as being moms, right? So I know for sure I've heard women say, especially after having children, they don't feel sexy. They don't feel, you know, that they look good anymore. You know, that they, you know, certain insecurities that they have, and that they may not want to engage in intimacy or, you know, with their mate. But of course, the men is just like, hell, you look good. Like, you know, Like, what are you talking about, right? So, and then that now causes the woman to feel maybe not safe talking to her spouse about those feelings. See, I can see how all of this comes into play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because even on the man's side, now the man is probably feeling isolated, for feeling like rejection. That's the word I want to use. Is feeling rejected in his own way, because he probably wants to be with his wife, but because of the things that she's going through, the transitions of just being a mother and all that entails, now there's a feeling of rejection on his end, right? The conversation. These are the things that we have to talk about, and this is why you gotta be at Rebirth Live to get your ticket, because these are the conversations that we have to mend these relationships. So talk on from the man's perspective on that.
Yeah, I think most men want we want who you were and how you got down when we met you. We always want you to be that. And like you said, when you have children and real life starts to begin and you have bills to pay, you have things you're responsible for, of course women change. Of course their attitudes about sex or whatever may change. I think the issue comes where I think most men don't realize that. All we know is, why am I not getting what I used to get? And I think men are quick to look for that relief elsewhere. And we may understand that there's something going on with you, but because some of us are selfish, we still want our needs met. And that may or may not be with you. I just think it takes a certain amount of maturity. And most of us, when we're young, we don't know. All I know is I get up, I go to work, I still go to the park, I still go run. We've been together 10 years. I'm doing everything I was doing. I'm still meeting with the guys every Saturday morning playing basketball. So, you know, when we have children, our life and bodies don't necessarily change or go through anything. There isn't this psychological thing that happens with us. There's no postpartum for men when these things happen. And we're just not in tune, for the most part, we're not in tune with women when things are happening to them. And sometimes women don't share that either. All we know is we want what we want. Sometimes I see.
And you know why? No, you're right.
Gave me the look.
No, you're absolutely right. You know why? Because women feel shame that they're having those feelings. They feel shame that they're not bonding with their children like they should be. This is what postpartum depression looks like. They're having a hard time bonding with the baby. They're feeling like they're not good moms. You know, especially if they're breastfeeding and the child is not latching on. So a lot of women don't talk about it because they're embarrassed. They feel like they're not good moms for feeling that way.
Wow.
If they don't want to hold the baby, or if they don't want, you know, if they're too tired, they're exhausted, and it's just like, I'm a bad mom, because they have these inner thoughts that they don't share. They won't share because they are very shameful that they're having these thoughts, and they don't realize that these thoughts are normal, but to them it's not normal. But if you was to speak it out, and especially speak it out to other women, you will see that there are normal because other women have experienced these feelings and these thoughts. But when you're there and you're, that's all on you, it's just like, I'm not a good mom. Why would I even have a child?
Yeah.
I can't even attach. My baby won't even latch on, all kinds of things.
But and so Shay, with everything you just said, how many men do you know have the capacity to know what to do with that? Even if they're a woman, to understand what she's going through, even if she could verbally say, "This is how I'm feeling, and this is why." Like, we wouldn't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
So it really is a thing where, and I don't know. I think you could take a dude that's a therapist like that. He's been doing this forever. But when your family, when your woman drops stuff in your lap, I just think most of us, when it's not in a professional setting, sometimes we don't know how to handle stuff. Because I know there are times I've been able to help 20 kids in their family, but I've struggled in trying to figure out stuff in my own house. So again, probably another excuse, but I just think
it's real talk.
Yeah, I just think I don't know if men
talk.
have the bandwidth to rationalize and understand how to help you. And then some dudes just playing the video game like you deal with that on your own.
Yeah.
And that's even worse.
Because I think if you don't know, right, that simple question, and honestly, the woman may not even know what to say, but that simple question, how can I support you, is so important.
Yeah.
How can I support you? Don't act like you don't see it happening. Don't ignore it. And like you said, just go play video games, because that just makes it even worse.
Yeah.
You know something is wrong. So just that simple, how can I support you? And that, even if she doesn't know what to say, the fact that you said that means the world. What is it that you need from me right now? What can I do to take some of this off of your plate right now? And this is why we have to teach people how to treat us. We have to learn how to treat us. When you are feeling exhausted, when you are feeling tired. My mother used to always ask me, she was like, you really believe in getting massages? And, I said, Mom, I have to. Because of what I do on a daily basis, every day, all day, I'm listening to other people's problems.
Yeah.
And I love what I do. I absolutely love being a therapist. But I also know that when all of that is poured into me, I have to now dump this somewhere. I have to do something to take care of myself, right? So for me, going to get massages, working out, getting in my sauna, those are all self-care things for me. It helps me, feel better. My mom, up until last weekend, has never, ever had any type of spa treatment. And I treated her to a facial.
Wow.
And she was like, I get it now. She said, I get it. She was like, she told me to come back in a couple weeks, though. I want you to make my appointment.
Well, make mine too, because I can't seem to get in there. Shoot, every time I go online, they booked.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Just let me, any Friday, let me know. I'll pull up.
So Corey says, can a woman articulate it if the proper space for them to communicate was formed? Yes. That safe space, Corey. Talking about postpartum or the shame that comes with change. Yeah. I feel that, Corey, I feel that when a woman feels safe, if a safe space is created, even if she doesn't know how to articulate it, if she feels safe enough, I believe that some of that will be able to come. Like, I know there's something wrong. Like, so when I was going through my thing a couple weeks ago, when I was just overwhelmed, right? I didn't know what exactly was wrong, but I knew I needed to talk. And, my partner just, men are fixers. So I think initially he was trying to fix it. And, I had to immediately say, don't do that. Just listen. Because you can't fix it.
Okay. Right.
And he stopped and he just listened. And the more I start talking, and although it was all in circles, I was really getting down to what was really going on and what was happening, right? And he sat there and he listened, and I was able to come out and say everything because it was a safe space. He wasn't trying to fix it. He wasn't interrupting me. He just was there. He was present. He was giving me the eye contact that I needed. It wasn't like I'm going to pretend that I'm listening, but I'm really not listening. You know, it was like he was right there with me. And I feel that if people, even if you don't know what to do or what to say, and it's with anybody, not just women, but even just with men, being able to create a safe space for that person to be able to share and not feel like you got to give advice for everything.
Right.
Because you got people that just want to give advice for everything. And sometimes it doesn't require that. I don't want you to fix it. You can't fix it. Because that just makes it even more worse.
Right.
Right? So, yes, to answer your question, Corey, I do believe that the proper space, you know, for them, I think it, you know, anybody should be able to convey some feelings, some emotions, even if they don't know what it is. He said, a question for you, E, can men articulate our needs outside of the bedroom? Ooh. Oh, that's a Rebirth Live question, Corey.
That is, yeah. Let's file that one. I think that what?
I said I want to hear your answer.
Oh. I mean, we're all different. I think some of us can. I think that the ones of us that cannot, the men that cannot do that, I think it comes with the element of feeling like I'm being soft, or I'm trying to, you know, I'm being too sensitive, or I'm being, you know, we always worry about our manhood and our ego. And, you know, so articulating our needs and wants outside of the bedroom, I don't know if that happens enough. I don't know if the average dude does that. I think we just kind of go with the flow. As long as we can get what we need. Because as long as men are do good in the bedroom, a lot of time they can figure it out. They think they can.
So what happens, because here's the thing, right? Because we all know we get old, we get older, and you know, you change. Sex can't always be the go-to, right? So what happens when those moments are now different? You still have to be able to articulate,
right,
you know, your needs, or
absolutely, yeah, you should. I mean, even if sex is great, you still need to be able, and it's gonna change because we do get older, and things happen. Not me, of course, but not yet. Nothing's happened to me. But anyway, I just don't, because we're poor communicators as a whole.
Yeah.
Can men do it? Yes. Do men do it? Do they know how to do it? No, because we're traditionally poor communicators.
I have a question.
Yes.
I think this is a Rebirth Live question too. If you ever got to the point where you could no longer, or you felt you could no longer please, God forbid, I'm just saying, please or satisfy.
That's serious.
Would you give your woman a pass?
So like if I was like something, it didn't work for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
I think so, because at this point in my life, I don't take sex sex isn't the end all be all for my life. Mm-hmm. So I think that if I couldn't do what she needed to be done, we could talk about it. Mm-hmm. I just think my ideas about sex and intimacy have changed over the years.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
Sex isn't the deal breaker. If you do something in that way, that's not necessarily the deal breaker anymore for me, like how it was just automatically the deal breaker back in the day. Mm-hmm. But so if I couldn't please you and you still wanted to be with me, but you just needed to, you know, do that, I guess I could consider it. Mm-hmm. I could think about it because I want you to be happy. I have a friend, her husband, like when they got married, it was all great. Bam, 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 all the time. So he now has went through, he had cancer. So he had his prostate removed. So he still gets an erection but he can't orgasm. So that makes him not interested in sex.
Well, he can't have wet orgasms.
Okay.
They have, when your prostate is removed, they have dry orgasms. They can't have wet ones. So they
Actual
still have
secretion.
orgasms. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going by kind of how she was phrasing it to me.
Yeah.
So that makes him less interested in the act of. And so now she's over here like, you know, when you're in your 40s, you're ready to go. You know, still. And
Yeah.
so that is an issue. So I get, like, if I'm in a situation like that where I'm just not as interested because of that, what am I gonna do? What do I do? I guess. I mean, what about you? If you weren't interested in performing, would you give the pass?
If I wasn't interested
Well,
in
now
performing.
if you couldn't for whatever medical, say if you had a medical issue, God forbid, and you could not go there, would you give him the pass?
Find out October 13th at Rebirth Live.
I ain't gonna forget. I'm about to text myself to remind myself to actually.
Find out at Rebirth Live October 13th, this Friday night. Get your ticket and you'll have my answer. Go to rebirthu.com. That's good, right?
That is good. Nice little segue. You segued
That
up
was
out of there.
good, right? Priscilla said the lies people tell.
Listen.
I didn't even see you on there, Priscilla. What's up?
Because she and I have never had that kind of conversation. But if I
Yeah.
just cannot please her
Yeah.
and I could not be, perform, am I gonna just have her here frustrated? Like, there's gonna be an uncomfortable house.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much, masturbation a person wants to do. That's all good, but a little bit, at some point, you want that physical touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't get
Yeah.
upset about things like I used to.
Yeah, I think that, I do agree. I think that there's a level of, and you've had to go through, she said hi. There's a level of,
She always gets your A and your E confused.
you're right. A lot of people do.
You don't even say nothing. You just let it ride.
A lot of people do. It's whatever, I think you have to be at a different level of thinking as with that, because not everybody is built that way. Me and Shannon had that conversation. We was watching the movie The Past by Candy Burris and her husband. They actually made a movie. It's on Netflix. It's called The Past.
You told me something else is on Netflix and I cannot find it.
Well, I'll help you.
What was that one? You told me something a week ago. You said you really need to watch this.
Oh, no, that was Kirk Franklin. That's
Kirk
on
Franklin.
YouTube. That's on YouTube.
Oh, you didn't say YouTube. You said Netflix.
Oh, well, it's on YouTube. Yeah.
Netflix
Father's
has
Day.
nothing. I put his name in it. Have nothing with Kirk
Oh
Franklin.
yeah, no, it's YouTube. Yeah,
Get all
that's
these-
good.
get
Yeah,
all
you
these
definitely have to
gospel
watch
plays.
that. Yeah, yeah.
There you go, baby. Shay Marriott.
Shannon was like, you will not. He was like, you get a pass. He said, but you gonna keep right on going. You ain't coming back here.
Pass on through
Pass
here.
right on. But I don't think that is that type of question is not surprising to, I think, the generation that is out here now, because a lot of people are in open relationships. I think at this point, if you're in a monogamous relationship, that's not normal. The other stuff is more normal than monogamy at this point, right?
Yeah.
So,
Of course, the easy pass, yeah.
Easy pass, yeah. So, I think it's that wouldn't be a problem for a lot of people. For me, I just believe if I'm with you, if I'm with someone, then that's who I'm with. And if
regardless of what,
if the
you
situation
can't do nothing for that person in that area.
If I feel like it's gotten to that point, then I would rather let go of the relationship altogether.
But what if everything else is good except for that part?
No, I'm meaning you're saying if,
like the sexual part, like if he cannot perform or you cannot perform.
right. I already told you where my partner stands.
Yeah, he gonna let you pass on through.
You know what I'm saying? That like he's not going for anything like that, right? But for me, in this situation, in this current relationship, I know that's not even an option.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But I think that if it got to that point, because I think once you do that, there's no coming back from that. That can become very addictive. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not just a one-time thing. That may go on, and go on. And then now we're, it's a whole different ball game. So, however, people are doing it. There's rules to it. And, whatever floats your boat.
Your mother says you don't welcome that in your relationship. You are asking for trouble. Some people do it successfully. Like it works for them.
Yeah, and I think those are relationships that, number one, they're arranged. They're not necessarily in it. God bless you. They're not in it to, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different. There's rules. But then, when somebody go out the rules, because I have all of this coming in my office. I got all kinds of stuff coming on in my session. So
I want to be in a session.
I have heard some things, but yeah, I agree. You are asking for trouble. So I think it's important that you should be able to communicate what's going on, even if it's something that your partner may not want to hear, and then you have the conversation, and what you guys decide from there is what your business is. What you decide. All right, guys. Well, that is our show for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Rebirth. I look forward, Eli. We look forward to seeing everyone October 13th at Rebirth Live. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be food. There's going to be networking. There's going to be entertainment.
Live performance.
Yes. DJ Tim Dog is going to be on the 1 and 2s.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to everything.
We got 3 panels.
But I'm looking forward to that.
Ladies first.
Ooh.
Relationship panel.
The ladies.
And the men.
We're going to need the most time.
We have the Q&A at the end. So if you have not purchased your ticket, go to Rebirth U right now and get your ticket. We have got something exciting for you. Everybody that purchases a ticket will also receive a free gift. I meant to tell you that. You will receive a free gift. If you purchase a ticket, you will receive a free gift that night. So we look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Rebirth. Till then, we bid you adieu.
See you Friday.
See you Friday night.
Yes.
Hey, doors open at 6:30, by the way. Okay, so I know on the flyers and everything it says 7 p.m. 6:30 the doors open. Okay, so don't come at 7. Come at 6:30, 6:45, so you can network, you can get some food, you can shop the vendors. Okay.
And I'll personally be in the corner. The food's gonna be free, but I'm gonna be in the corner selling. I'm bringing a crock pot. The neck bones are gonna cook overnight. So if you want a neck bone sandwich for $1,
a neck bone sandwich.
Yeah, wrap a little white bread around it, and I got them in the corner for $1. You're not getting that for free. That's a delicacy.
Right.
Come see your boy. They're gonna be tender as a bone. They're cooking all night, baby.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. I'll see you next Friday. Peace.